Hi folks, Kevin, Carol, and the Slow Dance Bop. The Slow Dance Bop is the kind of like the default pattern in the slow dance. You know, it's the equivalent of the box step in rumba, or let's say the closed basic in jitterbug. And here's what it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's break it down. It is a 6-count dance or step. At its simplest, it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, you need to bring your feet in, okay, and slide them as much as you can. Don't do this, all right? Slide it in, okay? You kind of want to dance almost like you're under the floor. For the bop, the little hip lift, you just basically add that. It's basically you're trying to lift your pocket up, or your hip up, okay? You can, if you kind of like press down with the ball of your foot, you can use your leg to help you a little bit, but really you just have to do this on your own. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Always bring your feet in, including when you do the wiggle here. And if you do a little bit more of a wiggle, that's fine. I even approve of this. Just don't bring your head along for the ride. Okay. You don't want to look like one of those little bobble toys. Yeah, no. Now the other thing too is you want to move your body, okay, not your foot. So you can see that when I arrive kind of like on my foot, I'm over it, okay? What you want to avoid is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? This is what's called projecting your foot, okay? In some dances you do that, not this one. Now, the way it should feel is you're trying to push the floor away. You can actually practice this with a blank piece of paper, and have your feet under you, and then just push the piece of paper away. You'll notice a couple of things. You're going to drop into your knee a little bit when you do this, okay? And your heel will come up as well, all right? And you're going to actually be doing a lot of the pushing with the space between the end of your big toe and the ball of your foot, so that when you actually get to doing this, it's the exact same thing, So you can see how I drop into my knee a little bit, and I keep soft knees all the time. Keep soft knees all the time. All right, so that's the basic. Now let's talk about frame. Okay, this is a very, very social dance. Basically I've got my arm as far under Carol's arm as I can get it, and I've got my hand wrapped around her as much as I can. There really shouldn't be an air gap here. You have a little bit of an opening. You're not flat to each other. This is going to be difficult, and she doesn't look that good with one big brown eye. Sorry. Now, the handhold is low. I'm just cupping my hand. I don't grip at all. Ladies, just relax in there, and I do have to bring my hand a little across my body. It's not in front of me. It's so she's neutral and as relaxed as possible. The lady is basically taking a perfect side step. So let me just do one basic, not turning it or anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. if I have to keep one foot behind the other, okay, my body is pointing over there, okay, the whole time that I'm doing this. But I have to go along the same track that she does, okay? So if I keep my feet, go ahead and just stand, both feet. If I keep my feet, instead, I have to basically have one foot a little bit behind the other. The right foot has to be kind of like, I'd say ball to arch is a good place to stop, because if I put them both even, ow, yeah. It's either going to be ow on me or ow on her. Okay, so if you have a lot of toe contact, okay, it's because you're letting a foot come forward. Okay, this is up to the guys, because you're trying to make the lady just take a step to the side. Nothing fancy. Okay. Now the last thing is turning it. Turning it happens on count 6. And what you're really going to do is when you put your foot down for turn 6, you're going to point your knee. You're going to rotate your body. I mean, you're pointing your foot, but I like to think knee, because you can't really rotate your foot. You basically, so let me show you what this looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, wiggle, 6. Okay. Now at this point, what I can do is I'm going to start turning her. Have to keep the elbow, right outside of the shoulder here, and then I can start my next set. Wiggle, turn the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, wiggle, turn, and 1, 2. So with the lady, yeah, and then ladies, if there should be no gap here, and you're just going to pivot on that foot. So when you begin to feel the turn, you have to raise your heel a little bit so you can pivot on your foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the other thing too, ladies, is you can see that when Carol stops, she's got her feet really close to each other. Okay, you have to have a really good center. Same thing for the guy, okay? This is gonna be hard to do if my feet are shoulder width apart. Won't work well. So, yeah, basically in a nutshell, keep your feet under you at all times, okay? Unless you're planning on moving to a different foot. Other than that, take your time with this. It can be a lot of fun. As I said, it's a very social